the sound. Oh, are you listening? Oh, you gotta hit the ground. Ain't no chain gonna hold me down. Dig deep, feel the burn. I've got a calling, so watch and learn. I heard a voice of his broken hymn saying, none that, this is who I am. I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets all I need. Going higher and higher.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Rams going up against the Falcons.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Ryan. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back home, it's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a 1st down. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now back to throw. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he's got the first down yard. Before being taken down at midfield.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
No. Check. Patriot. Now. Move now. Here we go. Number.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwan. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back to throw here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
In motion is Austin Hooper. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So we've got a challenge forthcoming here. And new this year, the ref will no longer go to a monitor on the sideline. He'll have a tablet brought out directly to him on the field.
Yeah, and that should move things along a little bit quicker. He doesn't have to run all the way over, go under the hood as he used to, and come out and render a decision. Talk directly with New York, looking at the tablet, and reach a final call.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So 5 yards remain now, still 1st down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And some space here. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. And this one through the uprights and good. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, back down inside. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. After the interception, here's Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack the scene. Gun. They'll look to throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Funchess. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play that time for the Rams. 49 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know, there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Orleans Darkwa, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are now just a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Freeman again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. In motion is Austin Hooper. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 41-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They'll run it. Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they'll get him down right about the 20. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Steps away to his left. Caught left side by Funchess. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. A big play there for L.A. 61 yards.
All right, now look at 56. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now Ryan. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position. And he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. In motion right is Jones. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. A good pickup there at 22. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. And ready now for 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Ryan. His throw incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. The 20. There he goes, right side. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tavon Austin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So they're going to go for 2.
Now let's go. Green.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So out come the Falcons now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. Open space inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Play action, they'll throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other two.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Duke Riley from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. And Thomas has it. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. seconds that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now Ryan on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. They toss to Freeman. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Falcons on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. In motion is Austin Hooper. To throw on 3rd down. Ryan under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Out of the gun now on third down. Being chased out left. And he gets it to Funches complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really... There, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Here's Darkwa trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw. One, but incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And Zerline's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it in with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Geno Atkins in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Falcons on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 19. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts and want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
Detroit! All right, now, look at 56. Look at... No, check. Patriot! Green, 39! Green, 39!
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going for it all. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Atlanta now coming out on the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Now it's Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40. And cuts out right sideline. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
But when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. They were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now one of the most electrifying runners in the game today. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for L.A., they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Yeah. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like... Let me breathe for a